A mechanical drawing, like any technical drawing, needs to be represented with sheets that will be configured for printing. In this demo, we will first see the traditional method to create multiple frames in the model space, and next we will see the modern approach to use layouts, annotative scaling, and sheet sets. Aries Mechanical makes it easy to insert frames and title block labels that comply with the national or international standard that you have been using, so you can create your sheet quickly. You will find the corresponding frame feature in the ribbon. For that, we turn to this tool. When creating a new frame, the standard will automatically be selected. In a previous demo, we created this drawing according to the DIN standard. The next step will be to select the paper size and title block. The frame will be inserted at a scale of 1:1 by default, but in some cases you will have certain contents, such as details, designed at a different scale. In that case, you may select another scale from the lower part of the dialog. We select the entities that will go inside the sheet. Aries Mechanical will take care of centering them. Unfortunately, we realize that this frame is too small for our content. Therefore, we could consider three solutions. One obvious solution would be to create a second frame and reorganize the content in the two frames. The result would be two sheets to print. Alternatively, we could use the Edit Frame option to select the scale of our frame. If we select this option, the system will further offer to select the entities we want to scale. The result would be one sheet with all the content at a different scale. Finally, the third option is to edit the frame and select a larger paper size. If we wish, we can move the mechanical elements to reorganize them inside the sheet. This is what we will keep for this project. Now we can fill in the title block. In the end, it is just a block with attributes. Note that if you want to customize the title block or the frame, you can find the corresponding files in Program Files. In the Options dialog, you can find the path for the default folder. To illustrate, we have open here the DWG file of the title block, and this file is the DWT file. Let's insert a drawing representing the logo of our company. Now I save this file so I can use it for my future drawings. Now that we have seen the older technique to use frames in model space, let's see the second approach with layouts. The motivation to use layouts would be to leverage more advanced features, such as annotation scaling and sheet sets. Using layouts is also a better way to show both the mechanical and non-mechanical content, like this 3D view, on the same sheet. The process will be similar, except that in Paperspace, we will only insert frames at a 1:1 scale. Here, we are really only using the frame feature to get a title block, and we will not select entities. Instead, we will insert viewports. But before that, let's configure our sheet using the Page Layout Manager. Here, we can select different options, such as the paper size or printer. Don't forget to save it as a PCX extension file. Now we can continue with the configuration of the layout, copying existing viewports or creating new ones. Within each viewport, we can choose different views at different scales. To do this, we simply double-click on a viewport and choose an annotative scale. We can also do it from the Properties palette. Keep in mind, however, that standards require that texts and annotations are always at a specific size. Consequently, you should use viewports with a scale of 1 when mechanical annotations are shown. Other scales can be used for detailed views without annotations, or to show other contents. Now that we have all these different viewports, we can see the value of annotative scaling and annotative objects. Texts, hatches, or dimensions can be configured to be visible, not visible, or with a different style depending on the scale of the viewports. Finally, creating layouts will also enable you to use sheet sets. The advantage would be to configure sheets coming from different drawings, and even different users. It helps to organize your project with groups of sheets by topic. When you open your sheet set, you can see the entire project at once and keep it always ready to print, although multiple drawings are required. The DST format is also used by AutoCAD, so you can read and share your sheet sets with non-Aries users. At the same time, through the Sheet Set Manager, you can also publish all or a selection of your sheets to PDF or paper in just a few clicks.